In this nondescript building, tucked back off a main road, in the town of Hadley, Massachusetts, is a magical place where many of your childhood memories still live on. Where toys fill every nook and cranny, cartoons play on the big screen, and classic arcade games line the walls. And since you're an adult now, you might want a craft beer, cool cocktail, or a gourmet hot dog too. Well, at the Quarters, your dreams have come true. The Quarters is what's known as a barcade, part restaurant, part bar, part arcade. And when owners Greg Stutsman and George Myers opened the spot, they made sure that all three elements of the place were perfect.
The three cornerstones are our games, our food, and our drinks. We have 20 or so vintage arcade games here, and they range from the late 70s to the early 90s. And that's a big part of the atmosphere that we try to create, is a place where you can come and you can play the games and you can enjoy our food or our drinks. There's a really clear expectation of what's going to happen. You come in and it's like Miss Pac-Man, and you can get a hot dog and you can get a beer.
All the great old school games are here, like Donkey Kong, Tron, Space Invaders, and NBA Jam. And when customers come through the door for the first time, their reactions are almost always the same.
Most people walk in and are just like, just shocked, you know, like pleasantly surprised. Where did this place come from? You know, I haven't seen these games in 20 years. Everyone comes in this place and they feel like they're a kid again.
If you think the food at the Quarters might be an afterthought, think again. Because even though just about everyone who comes here plays a few games, these eats still earn a high score.
And that is important to us. It's important that the food is of high enough quality that it's not just passable because you can also play Donkey Kong.
Much of the menu is devoted to these mini gourmet hot dogs that are locally made in the Berkshires and topped with all kinds of gourmet ingredients, like the banh mi dog with pickled carrot and daikon, cilantro, and sriracha mayo, the Chicago with mustard, onions, pickle, and tomato, and the top-selling Mac Dog, smothered with a homemade bacon panko crusted mac and cheese.
You bite in, you've got the crunch from the sausage, a little bit of the toasty on the outside, but warm and soft in the middle bun, and then the mac and cheese on top is just kind of flowing, and you got a little bit of a bite from the al dente pasta in there, and then to finish it off, you've got the crunch from the bacon bits on top, and a little bit of the fat and salt from the bacon.
If you'd prefer a little burger time, there are 2.5-ounce sliders like the Cowboy, with cheddar, barbecue sauce, and an onion ring.
You get the crunch from the onion ring going there, you get kind of the sharp cheddar, and then the nice little bit of spice from the barbecue sauce.
Most of the menu at the Quarters is ultra affordable. The sliders and hot dogs are about $3, and everything else is well under 10, like thick-cut onion rings, rosemary Parmesan fries with truffle mayo, chicken and waffles with whipped butter and real maple syrup, and boneless wings tossed in all kinds of sauces. In fact, much of the food at the Quarters was designed with mobility in mind, since customers often spend more time standing in front of the games than sitting down at the table.
It's meant to be dealt with as a finger food. It's a single serving. You're not going to sit down with a plate and silverware. You could have your fries here, you could have your dog, and you can move through the space with it, and you can take it with you, and it's really easy, and it's something that can fit in your hand.
But if you do want more of a sit-down supper, you can get it with a mini crock of mac and cheese, a bowl of chili lime edamame, or some nostalgically delicious fried Brussels sprouts.
And one person was like, "Oh, it's so good, but it smells like my grandmother's house," which is something I actually really like about it, is that it's the food that you don't traditionally associate with kind of junk food or even kind of fun, but I really, really love it.
The old school classics extend well beyond the arcade games. Dessert at the Quarters consists of a huge selection of ice cream truck treats, and the cocktail menu features drinks like the Ecto Cooler, an adult twist on the drink box favorite made with orange-infused vodka, Midori, and Sunny D. But for a true throwback, a serious sugar rush, and all the games you can play, Saturday mornings are the best time to stop by.
Saturday morning is our Super Cereal Saturday. We set up a cereal buffet on the bar. There's different types of milk, 4 or 5 different kinds of cereal, and you get a bowl you can fill unlimited amounts of times. And you also get unlimited tokens to play the games for that whole time. And we're also projecting on our projector screen old 80s and 90s cartoons. So it's more of a family and kid thing, but you also get a lot of the folks that grew up with these things coming in to enjoy it again.
With so much fun and so much great food, it's easy to see how a joystick can bring you so much joy at the Quarters.
There's just a lot of joy in the air, and you can really, really sense that the people are here to have fun, and they're having fun.